She's starting off the Jam 4 Derby Liberation Front. Instant lead jammer, Professor.
Look at that sprinting style. Lucinda Pack wide open ahead of her, just pouring on the feet to the concrete. Oh, this isn't concrete, it's sport court, but there's concrete underneath it.
Now you're going to see all the action happening in the pack. It's where the blockers set up their walls, where their defense is.
Oh, wow. Look at Julia Bravo absorbing that shoulder from Ivana Klobber, but still keeping one leg inside the line, but unfortunately not enough to get lead jammer. That plum went to Lucinda Pack. 4 more points and calls off the jam. DLF right now, 57. Saka Wenches 34. We'll add those points up.
So Wenches are kind of holding the line right now after the timeout. DLF sitting at 57, Wenches at 34, a 23-point lead. Plenty of time to bring that back. We have a really, really good bout here, Professor. Up at the line for Derby Liberation Front. She doesn't believe in your rules. She didn't go to your schools, your churches. All she wanted was a Pepsi, and you wouldn't give it to her. Anarchist!
And X-Con, 18 in life, is calling at the front of the pack. Oh, Anarchist with the 3-wall assist. Takes that sweet spot in the inside track and gets lead jammer. Concentrating, eyes straight ahead of her. Perfect skating form.
Well, part of the game is just looking at where the skaters are putting their blockers. And right now, DLF with their blockers in front really seems to be working out well for them. Let's see if that continues. X-Con makes her initial pass.
Anarchist dealing with 2 tough defenders for the Wenches. Teeny Mussolini, the world's tiniest, tenderest dictator.
Wow.
Serving up the orders at the front there. One shoulder after another forces Anarchist to call off the jam after banking 4 more points.
Well, there's a lot of patience with Anarchist there. If she would have tried to fight any harder, she could have pulled a penalty there. But she was patiently, all you have to do for the point is get past the hips, looked for her openings, got past everyone, and then called off the jam. That was good patience on her part. As we see her run through for a lead jammer right there.
A penalty-free Anarchist is a powerful weapon for DLF. It's the equivalent of the nuclear bomb. It's also a pretty rare bird. All right.
So the jam started, but everyone was kind of waiting. It looked like Saka Wench just want to kill a little time to get some of their blockers back in. DLF still in the front. Saka Wench is in the back.
Wow. Oh, wow. What a pile up there, man. Aviator.
It looks like there was a Penny Racer got a major back block.
Wait a second. 2 jammers with penalties. That means as soon as both butts hit, both butts get back up. Right?
Yep.
Yep, there they go. Time served.
Yeah, well, one jammer's going to serve as much time as the other, so... But since both jammers have technically been to the penalty box, there's going to be no lead jammer. This jam's going 2 minutes.
All right, Aviator takes a tumble thanks to Rebel Bell. Meanwhile, mixing things up in the middle of the pack already is Penny Racer. You cannot have 2 jammers sitting in the penalty booth. Somebody has to be able to score at any given time for play to commence. So, like you saw, both of them spent just a minor amount of time, tiny little amount of time.
So now it's just a race for points. Now that is Penny Racer's first pass, so no points yet, but that's also Aviator's first pass. So now both jammers are in a scoring position, but we have 4-on-2 pack advantage DLF.
All right, can they make the most of the last 30 seconds of this jam?
It's like we have a 4th minor. You pick up minors if you do penalties that don't have as much impact, but on your 4th one, you go to the penalty box. Aviator with the scoring pass there.
You need to micromanage your penalties in this. They do add up pretty quick.
It looks like another 4th minor, and that is the end of the jam. That is all 2 minutes. Looks like 2 points were picked up there. We'd like to thank the Beauty Bar Spa. Everyone could use a little extra beauty. The Beauty Bar Spa right next door to Bird on a Wire Espresso near the Westwood Village. Thank you, Beauty Bar, for making us prettier than we already were.
Corey Caminos for the Derby Liberation Front, number 104, 1-toe stop on the Gordito starting line. X-Con with the matching toe stop for the Socket Wenches. DLF with the lead, 65 to the Wenches 36, holding Wenches nearly scoreless these last few jams.
Well, and it's a big part of it is penalties once again. Corey Caminos gets out front, lead jammer, and we have yet another penalty. That's a major cutting the track for XCon. That's another power jam for Derby Liberation front.
Corey Caminos plus power jam equals awesome for the DLF camp. And that's about as far as I go with math. Of course, my professorship is in comic books.
Corey Caminos gets out a full scoring pass. She passes the 3 blockers in play and gets points for the 2 skaters in the penalty box. DLF just trying to slow down the pack, trap in slow, and a quick pass for Corey Caminos.
Tina Mussolini forced to fall back to join her sisters at Rebel Bell, and I believe that's...
Ivana Klopper picked up a major forearm, hitting with her forearm, so she's going to the penalty box for a minute. Another 5, that's 15 points for Corey Caminos so far.
Only 2 DLF defenders in there to deal with I'm a Handful and Rebel Bell and Tina Mussolini.
But
of course, when it's Goody 2 skates and Foxy Throwdown, that might be all you need.
They only need to trap 1 skater to slow it down, and they have effectively done that.
XCon back in this, say bye-bye to the power jam. XCon through, but I believe it's just her scoring pass.
It's her
just her activating her scoring pass, her initial pass, I mean.
So no points yet for DLF. This is the 4th scoring pass for Corey Caminos, so she probably picked up something. Someone's going to the penalty box. I'm not sure who, but someone is.
With the run she's been on and the lead the DLF have, I do imagine she's going to run it all the way out, but that is the time for more up there on the board for DLF. I don't know if the Wenches got one. Thank you to AJAC, which translates into the Aerospace Joint Apprenticeship Committee. Plot the course to your future for a chance to win 2 tickets to next year's Red City Roller Girls bouts. Sign up at the AJAC booth located on the concourse. Must be 18 years old to enter. Thank you to the Aerospace Joint Apprenticeship Committee.
That was a huge jam for Derby Liberation Front. That was a 19-point jam right there. Anarchist and Penny Racer getting a little defensive jamming going on there.
The Socket Wenches have got to pour it on, got to take advantage of every opportunity here. Penny Racer to the outside, Anarchist to the inside. Anarchist gets the lead jammer.
Well, it looks like Penny Racer passed a skater who was out of play. You have to pass all the skaters in play, so that made her ineligible for a lead jammer. So Anarchist was like, I'm just going to call it off.
Wow, only a minute left here, Randy Pan.
I mean, we have time for one more jam, and then we're going to have another 30-minute period after this to keep this action going. Ladies and gentlemen, are you enjoying what you're seeing here? Good, because we have another period after this, and then we have our championship bout.
Randy Pan, we've seen DLF at their strongest. 3-time Rat City Roller Girls champions, 4-time Rat City Roller Girls champions. Almost forgot that one.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. My short-term memory and my long-term memory are pretty bad. We've, Clobber and Mame forcing that front wall there for the Socket Wenches. Clobber and Mame, long-time Socket Wench captain, hip to hip, doing their best to stop Lucinda Pack. Can Foxy Throwdown help out?
Where you see the difference between defensive and offensive playing. Defensive blocking is when you're stopping the opponent's jammer, but offensive blocking is when you're helping your own jammer. Lucinda Pack picking up a major cutting of the track. She passed on the inside line there. Power jam Socket Wenches, and not a moment too soon.
As I was saying, DLF, 4-time former champions of the Rat City Roller Girls, and they've experienced a falling apart year 2 years ago. This year has been the rebuilding year, and this half has been the Phoenix rising from the ashes. DLF coming back so strong against the Socket Wenches. The Socket Wenches are going to be hard-pressed to come back in the second half.
We have a power jam and lead jammer here for Rebel Bell for the socket wenches. So this is going to be the last jam of this period as the clock is run out, but the jam will run its natural course. And Rebel Bell, she's not going to mess with it. DLF ran away with it, preventing socket wenches from scoring. So that's it for the first period, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, once again, only the first period. Still another half an hour of combat. And still, even with 84 and 36, Randy Pan, big chance for the wenches to come back. We've seen plenty of 20-point jams, so the course of this game can change in just a couple of minutes. Folks, we're going to have a brief break here, about 10 minutes, chance for you to get something to drink and something to eat and get some merchandise and get back to your seats. But we're going to continue, where we will continue with the second half of this grudge match between DLF and the Soccer Wenches.
We'd like to thank some people in the meantime that make this all happen. Of course, the Lightning Fist of Science, a highly trained multidisciplinary task force dedicated to the pursuit of pure Derby data.
Working from a hidden laboratory somewhere in the greater Seattle area, these renegade academics are some of the most dangerous minds in Derby today.
Much love for the Lightning Fist of Science. And of course, a lot of hate for our behated Rat Finks. The Rat City Rat Finks are feared, respected, and obeyed. These women and men work tirelessly enduring the boos of the crowd and the wrath of the skaters as they ensure the rules are followed and the penalties are assessed both promptly and fairly. Thank you, Rat Finks. I actually mean it. So you have a chance to get up there and shop with the Rat City Roller Girls. Shop for Rat City Roller Girls apparel and souvenirs at our booths located on the concourses next to both the east and west entrances, and visit the team merch kiosk in the key corner on the main concourse across from aisle 103 after the bout. Shop online or stop at Fast Girl Skates in Wallingford and find the apparel and souvenirs you need. All right. And of course, thank John Horton, Baby Ben Beasley, and the Dance Baskets. And I think that's from last month. And I'd love to thank Chris Clock. Chris Clock has been a physical therapist for many Rat City roller girls over the years. Chris, thank you so much for helping us get back into the game. Good luck in Boston. You will be missed. Drew, Blood, and us love you and thank you. We'll see you in just 8.5 minutes here. Get yourself some food and booze and gear. Guys, see that button? That was, and most of that was
Seriously, man, this is insane. Yeah.
Well, Professor, clock says 0. The skaters are in huddles.
I think we're ready. I think we're ready.
We need one thing.
What do we need?
We need noise from the crowd to begin.
All right, folks. Yeah, keep making noise. Call your fellow attendees, the rest of the audience, back to their seats from the food booths and the merchandise tables. I hope everybody had a chance to go to our merch booth and get themselves their colors, because I know we got a lot of new DLF and Socket Winch fans tonight after this fierce competition in the first half.
I just hope they have more chances to do that. All right, so we're starting the jam off. What the Socket Winches just did was they put themselves out of play to start the jam with a no pack. That gets the jammers going right away. In this case, Juliet Bravo, who immediately gets lead jammer. That happened in 1 second, Professor.
1 second and 1 second. Wow, is all it takes. Slide and pass. Foxy throw down and Seditious Heart, who are forced in the back of the pack. And 5 points on the board, and the Socket Winches are on the comeback trail.
Foxy throwdown with an amazing screen on the inside line. She created an alley. They didn't see Lucinda Pack coming, so she got her initial pass. And Bravo in her second scoring pass picks up 2 points. All right, we'd like to thank G2 Sports Therapy. The penalty box is brought to you by G2 Sports Therapy. And, of course, our beautiful friends in Hollywood Lights. Put yourself in the best light. They put us in their light. We love them so much that I just want to feel them all the time. Thank you so much, Hollywood Lighting, for making us beautiful.
For 7 years, Hollywood Lighting taking care of Rat City Roller Girls all the way back to the days in the hangar. And so glad to have them helping us out still to this day.
They make us beautiful with their beauty. Up in the line there, so DLF are trying to slow the pack as much as possible to get reinforcements in for the penalty box.
Seditious Heart facing a 4-wall right there, and not a friendly one. Severe, Chevy Chase, Mow You Down, Poison Berry there, all out to stop Corey Caminos. But Corey Caminos, wow, look at that juke. Took Chevy Chase's feet right out from underneath her.
Nice hit from Mow You Down. Corey Caminos trying to get past that front wall of 3. It looks like we have a change of strategy, Professor. Now, earlier, DLF were taking the front and being very successful, but now the Socket Winches is taking it back, and neither jammer's getting out of the pack.
Pack getting a little bit of spread out. Corey Caminos kind of counting on that. Takes a tumble, but pulls a... Not your lead jammer through the pack for the first time.
She took a minor cut. She passed one skater out of bounds, so that prevented her, not enough to get a penalty, but enough not to get lead jammer.
But lead jammer doesn't automatically go to the other skater. You still got to earn it, and you got to do it real legal, just like that.
And it looks like Socket Winch and jammer also not lead jammer, so we are going the whole 2 minutes. All right, we have 2 and 2 in the pack. This is a diet jam, ladies and gentlemen, and a race for points, 2-minute race for points, Professor.
Okay, Mow You Down and Chevy Chase. The remaining defending Socket Wenches ably defending against Corey Caminos. Corey's still looking for her sweet spot, that golden opportunity, and she may have found it, but now she has switched to defense herself, trying to stop the bleeding and taking out Penny Racer.
That was very, very incredibly played. Both jammers get out at the same time, and those 2 minutes are up. I think they're checking on whether or not those points go in. We're seeing how many points come in. So we did have a Grand Slam early, so it's going to be 1 extra point for the Derby Liberation front, carrying it to, I believe, 89-47. So it's going to, yep.
All right, now Juliet Bravo, the leader of the comeback at the beginning of the second half, that first jam, going up against Goody Two Skates. Goody Two Skates, a valuable addition to DLF's roster this year, coming to us from down south at our sister league in Portland. Goody Two Skates gets lead jammer, and Goody Two Skates has not only been an infusion of talent to the Derby Liberation front, but an infusion of attitude. One of the friendliest and toughest skaters in the game.
Sorry, I got to really acknowledge that the effort on Anarchist's part, that beautiful running attempted hit to stop Julia Bravo, but she does get through. She's not lead jammer, but she snuck out and grabbed a quick 4 points there, Professor.
But still 4 more points countered there by DLF. She looks to her coaches, Ho Chi Dan and Ida Slapter, who say, call it off.
Power Fit, competitive athletics, and coaching of athletes. Power Fit.
Power Fit.
Power Fit.
Power Fit.
Everybody, Power Fit on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Power Fit. Okay, thank you. They have to pay extra for that. Ex-Con, 18 and life for the socket wenches. And once again, the DLF going to the well and drawing out a big drought of loose in the pack.
Oh, nice run to the inside there. Hop, skip, and a jump to lead Jammerland. Wenches with a huge advantage of the pack. 4 and 2 in the pack. Penalty starting to hurt DLF now, Professor. It looks like they traded off at the half.
It's swinging in the other direction for sure. I mean, the socket wenches obviously looked at the numbers at the end of that last half and said, American Clobber Mame keeps herself inside and basically makes Lucinda Pack wait patiently at the back for her chance to come back in. Oh, Mame does it again.
But she went out. You know, if the blocker goes out of bounds when she hits, then she's not eligible for the cutting the track. But this is still Lucinda's Pack initial pass, and in the meanwhile,
well, right as I was about to point out that the socket wenches have got their penalties under control, Clobber Mame went to the bench, but so did Anarchist, who's never happy with what the referees have to say.
Queen Mom!
Yes! I'm up here in section 128 cameras. 128!
Where is it? Where
Full of Seattle comedians! And we have a roller girl joke. Go.
How many roller girls does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know how many.
2. One to change the light bulb and the other to call the WNBA and tell them how it's done.
Yeah! All right. Julia Bravo, Spirit of 76, Spirit of Lead Jammer for the socket wenches. Corey Caminos for DLF, not lead jammers, sliding on through there. And once again, big shout out to my friends up there in the suite spot in one of our suites. You can get a suite too, folks. Just pool your money and have a good time up in the suites. Julia Bravo gets those points, I think a grand slam, and calls off the jam. All right, thank you to Performance Massage, keeping you at the top of your game. Performance Massage, a lot of our girls depend on Marcus Cho to provide them with this top-notch rub-downs before these games. They anticipate it, they rely on it. Performance Massage, 206-915-0016. Call them today and get a rub-down.
Well, I'm not really surprised by this. DLF calling a team timeout. They got a huge socket wenches run on them, really bringing the deficit down. Penalties really affecting them, so they just got to take a minute, take a deep breath, calm, reset, just like the socket wenches did effectively in the first period. So it's all about bringing them back. In the meantime, David Crosby, love your work with the Stills and Nash. Love your work with the mutton chops right there.
And by the way, glad to see you up and about. You look great, obviously clean and sober.
That is some
There
good
we go.
grooming there, my friend. Wolverine's dad, ladies and gentlemen. That was Wolverine's dad. Oh, yeah, that's you.
And from the future, a Grave Danger fan.
I'm pretty sure it's a Great Danger fan. Yeah, that's you. Smile, honey. You're on candid camera.
She used her steampunk time machine to get here. All right, Penny Racer for the socket wenches.
And Seditious Heart, number 16 for the Derby Liberation Front.
All right, only Clobber Mame and Anarchist from each team in the penalty box, and Big Shoulder from Rebel Bell sends Seditious Heart to the outside, giving that opportunity to Penny Racer. Penny Racer still looking for some help there as Clobber Mame rejoins the pack.
Seditious Heart did get lead jammer, though. She did get out front and get lead jammer before Rebel Bell brought her back into the pack. But she had the lead jammer. She can call it off, and she did.
All right, DLF still with the lead, 93. Socket Wenches 60. Wenches coming back strong.
Attention all women, your safety is important. Learn more at strategicliving.org for safety and self-defense training. So check it out. There's a lot of ways to kick butt. Roller derby is one, and strategic living is another one. And we're back. 18 in life, you count it. X-Con is jamming now.
All right, you're better than Warren. Oh, X-Con, look at that.
Just making her own opening there.
And look at that, she made it against Kitty Kamikaze, and that's more impressive than just making it through.
That's no easy thing. Aviator gets her initial pass out, and she has about 3/4 of a lap to catch up on.
Wow, look at the speed, look at the control of X-Con. Gets past Foxy Throwdown. Did she do it inside the lines as she called out the champs? Only 3 points there, but 3 points needed by the Wenches.
We'd like to thank Fast Girl Skates, Seattle's own brick and mortar roller derby store located in Wallingford. Find Rat City Roller Girls merch online and at Fast Girl Skates. Really, it's like one of the biggest stores in derby in the world, and they're right here in Seattle. Go check them out.
Goody Two Skates, Juliet Bravo, they hear the first whistle that starts the pack. They hear that second whistle, and they are off the line in a blur. Bravo to the outside, stealthily looking at the front now, takes a shoulder, but waits patiently, pours on the speed, not your lead jammer. Falls the Goody Two Skates. Goody Two Skates keeping one eye on the bench, looking for orders. No,
She's
trying to decide, and the bench says keep going.
I think what's happening here is Dan is trying to get the team to race, make it hard, and kill time off the clock for his blockers to come back into play. It's working the clock there, and it worked 0-0, but time got off the clock for DLF's blockers.
All right. Thank you to Hagrid, groundskeeper at Hogwarts. I look forward to seeing you defending all that is good and magical. Oh, that's much better than Hagrid. Oh, and J.K. Rowling herself is here. So she is really rich. She could afford a suite all to herself there. I don't know if she's sitting in the cheap seats with
She's not losing touch with her fans. That's important.
All right, Penny Racer, that's her 2 cents worth coming off the line.
And it looks like Corey Camino's doing some defensive jamming there, as Socket Wenches have all their skaters on the track, but DLF have one blocker out, so they're just trying to have a defensive hold as long as possible. Worked out, 5-on-5 now.
All right, 5 versus 5, and several walls forming up, but no DLF wall strong enough to stop Penny Racer. Wait, she's not your lead jammer.
Minor cutting the track. She passed one skater out of bound. Not enough to go to the belly box, but enough not to be lead jammer. Still an opportunity for Corey Caminos, but she's held up by that front 2 wall of Socket Wenches.
Teeny Mussolini, Chevy Chase pushing her out as the rest of the pack catches up. Now it's even all opportunities for both jammers.
Still a 30-point lead by DLF, but a lot of time to go. And Corey Caminos is lead jammer. Looks like a major forearm on Penny Racer. No, I misread that call completely.
Penny Racer allowed back in. Wenches put 4 on the board as Kitty Kamikaze heads to the penalty booth. Corey Caminos looks for some help from her sisters and heads on through, calling off the jam after the pack broke it up, was forced to let her by. All right. Thank you to our season ticket holders and everybody in the VIP lounge. Our season ticket holders, sponsors, and VIPs get their very own bar we like to call the Crash Zone Lounge, located in the east lower concourse in the southeast corner near section 128, where them sexy folks are right up there. Head on into the Crash Zone, and thanks to all our season ticket holders. Thank you for supporting Roller Derby all year long. And folks, you can get a season ticket right now for next season, the 8th season, the 2012 season of the Rat City Roller Girls. And just as we were getting things started, the jam called off. What happened, Randy Pan?
Well, what happened is sometimes the referees like to mess with the skaters a little bit because they can. So we had an official timeout to deliberate on a call, but the jam whistle started, so they had to reaffirm that official timeout, and we are back in the zone. So I don't know if this is a challenge or not. Looks like a challenge, so I'm going to look in on that.
Okay, you do that, Detective Randy Pan, at 2112 Baker Street or whatever it is. All right, Anarchist wearing the star of the Jammer on the line already. Some arguments from the wenches here. (67-97), still 17 minutes. So much can happen in this second half. DLF with the 30-point lead. Once again, this is DLF's the culmination of their rebuilding year. DLF's working to become as strong as they were in those early years where they dominated this sport and dominated our league, and they are back strong. What happened, Randy Pan?
So this is a challenge on the score, whether or not DLF got points 2 jams ago.
Two jams ago,
yes, to make sure that they didn't see the points go on the board in the previous jam, so they want to double check. Remember, you have to have your hips past the opponent to get any points, so the deliberation is whether or not their jammer actually passed anybody by the hips to get those points. And I believe the score is going to stand as it is.
Oh, Sandra Bullock, oh my God, when are you going to make Speed 3? Please. Sandra, come in. By the way, I don't watch a romantic comedy unless you're in it. All right, Anarchist, ex-con exchanging words there. We're all smiles right now, but when that second whistle blows, we see a change of tune.
I think they're exchanging phone numbers, so I can't be positive on that.
I bet those two vets already have each other's numbers.
Again,
wait, ex-con has DLF's defensive number right there, and she slides right on through and instantly becomes lead jammer.
Well, penalties right now, again, hurting DLF. 4-on-2 blockers in the pack. The pack advantage. Sockowich is with one more DLF blocker going to the penalty box.
Rebel Bell takes a tumble as Anarchist still looking for some assistance there, shouting orders to her defenders to help her out, and she's got to race past Julia Bravo. She doesn't stay in balance. 1 foot, not your lead jammer. Great job staying inside the lines, though, by Anarchist after that fierce hit by Julia Bravo.
So she gets out. That's her initial pass. An opportunity for DLF to stop the bleeding. In the meantime, it looks like ex-con's going to pick up 3 points out of that.
Geo Teaming, providing GPS-powered team building events. You've heard it. Geo Teaming, you need a GPS to play, but once you do, you'll love it. Thank you to Geo Teaming. All by her lonesome right now is Goody Two-Scope. Oh, wait a second. There's Poisonberry. I knew there was a wench involved.
And brief official. We did it again, skaters. Hey, Simon didn't say. Gotcha. It's good to be a ref.
Okay. All right, let's hear a nice, everybody pour a round of booze for these referees, please.
The skaters are trying so hard. They're just trying to be nice. And the referees just give them trouble. All right, I'm going to go figure this out again. Nope, Zach, we're going to get going.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's absolutely imperative that these refs stop and argue about every single, well, hi there. I'm almost never on camera there, and I'd appreciate it if you take that camera and point it somewhere else. Thanks very much.
Do it.
I'm slightly pink from working the West Seattle Street Fair yesterday. I caught some sun.
Simon says jam starts. So now both teams want reinforcements in, so both teams are taking the time off the line.
Wow, Goody Two Skates, a little bit of defensive shoulder there to Severe. Severe is jamming for the first time tonight. Goody Two Skates, the vet that she is, gets lead jammer.
Seditious Heart going to the penalty box. That's going to bring it down to a 2-2 pack. And Severe is, makes her initial pass out. Sakowicz is trying to race the pack. DLF trying to stop them. Goody Two Skates, I mean, she's jamming, but heck it, she's going to hit some blockers in the meantime.
Goody Two Skates, head held high, slides past Moya down. Happy to get those points. Goody Two Skates definitely restarting DLF.
Nice. Now you can see on the bench, it's all in the timing right there. And Ho Chi Dan, the bench manager for DLF, waiting to kill the time, waiting to make sure Sakowicz don't get those points. But that is focus, and really important for the jammers to pay attention to their bench to see when to call off the jam. You can't just call it off at any time. There's a method to this madness.
Well put, Randy Pan, as X-Con comes off the line again once more. Corey Caminos, her foe for the DLF.
X-Con going in with some defense there. Lo and behold, more skaters are on the track.
One assist whip later, and X-Con is your lead jammer.
Nice offensive blocking by Rebel Bell there. They were trying to stop her. Rebel Bell put herself in the way of DLF's blockers, giving X-Con a wide open lane to get around there. Well played, Rebel Bell.
Trouble loves Mimi. That's the 59 model. Unfortunately separated from her friends at the back of the pack and forced to let Corey Caminos by.
Corey Caminos does make it a huge hit by Domino Scarvy there. Let's see if X-Con...
And X-Con, wow, with a bone rattler, takes her down. She decides to call it off while she's on the ground. Queenie, where are you at? Oh, wait a second.
I'm right behind you.
There you
Hi,
are.
Queen Mom.
Hi.
How you doing?
Super.
Good.
I am here to tell you the total so far for the Seattle Derby Brats raffle ticket drawing.
Ching,
As
ching.
of about 10 minutes ago, the total for the winner, 966.
Wow.
966.
That's almost $1,000 they can walk home with right now.
That's
right
correct,
now.
sir.
Wow, okay, so get your raffle tickets for the Seattle Derby Brats raffle, support the Derby Brats, and go home with a big dinosaur choking wad of money at the same time. Coming off the line, Anarchist versus Juliet Bravo. Anarchist with the hip sends Bravo into the pads, but then Anarchist wow, wait a second, what's going on here?
Chevy Chaser going to the penalty box. I know that much. I don't know anything else. I don't know why, but I know that happened. Contentious fight there for lead jammer, but it is Juliet Bravo, ladies and gentlemen.
Back and forth and back. Juliet Bravo gets lead jammer status, but that unregistered weapon known as Anarchist is still in effect. Teeny Mussolini, Poison Berry doing their dangdest to stop Anarchist.
Anarchist pushing the pace of the packs. Julie Bravo's on her initial pass, or made it through her initial pass, but the pack is racing right.
Oh, Anarchist with the forearm to the back of the head. That arm went a little high there. I believe she got sent out.
Well, she got sent out. I want to see the call here. What's the call? So a minute ago, Anarchist went out for a cut. So that's going to start the Sokowitzes with a power jam and 3-on-3 in the pack here, Professor.
Randy Pan, what amazing action we have seen. Folks, make some noise for both these teams right now. I know even if you came here to see tonight's championship bout between the Throttle Rockets and Grave Danger, you have to have something invested in this contest right now because it is so tight and close. Wow, look at that. Taking advantage of that scattered pack. Penny Racer sliding on through. Foxy throw it on and Yoko, oh no you didn't.
That was all the Soccer Wenches pack work right there. They completely divided DLF's defense, made a wide open lane. That's what you do in a power jam. You just go offense.
Penny Racer with a grand salami. Counting to 5 the hard way for the Wenches. Wenches coming back bit by bit and point by point.
Wow.
Another grand slam. And this is exactly what I was talking about. That's 10 points for the Wenches. Wench fans, make some noise right now. Give your power to Penny Racer.
Yoko, no, you didn't. Hits her outside. Rebel Bell tries to get her out as well. Nice defensive wall by the DLF, stopping Penny Racer.
Oh, Anarchist. Wow, with a little thank you. Wait a second, she did it from behind.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, she came in front of one skater. If you are coming in for the penalty box, you have to come in behind the pack. Anarchist came in behind one skater. That was her 4th minor. So she went back to the penalty box. It was a little thing, but with her 4th minor, that's 1 more minute. Bummer for DLF.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, Anarchist, by definition, makes her own rules. And as far as she was concerned, all she wanted to do is knock the block off of Penny Racer, but the block stays on, as do the skates, and 5 more points for the Wenches. The Wenches have got this within 10.
Time for one more. Nice hit from Yoko. Oh, no, you didn't. And it looks like did she get any points from that? 0 points in that last pass there. We have a 9-point game.
9-point game, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to Penny Racer for the Socket Wenches. And thank you to Admark and Eben Design. Admark Eben Design is a change agency for forward-thinking companies. Once again, a change agency for forward-thinking companies. Admark Eben Design, supporter of the Rat City Roller Girls since the early days. And folks, you are seeing things right up there on that scoreboard. Derby Liberation Front still in the lead, but now only 9 points separate these teams, 92 to 101. What a game we are seeing, folks. Ooh, referees talking about this, making sure that everything is kosher and above board. I believe there's a team timeout right now. DLF is in a huddle. Socket Wenches in a huddle. Team coaches for both these teams got to be happy about this. Drew Blood and Jinx, and of course team captain Clobber Mame with last-minute orders to the Wench defensive line, which is cut in half, as is the defensive line for DLF. 2 blockers in the penalty box right now for each team. But unfortunately for DLF, Anarchists still with a few seconds of penalty time to tick away, and power jam for the Wenches. Hi, Exy. Randy Pan, what's going on?
Well, it was just a timeout. DLF saying, oh, we got to stop the bleeding right now. We need another break here. They have 1 more timeout for the rest of the bout. They got to use it wisely.
X-Con power jab, 1 more skater to pass. It's Savannah Clever, and she does it. No question about your hip position right there. X-Con with just the slightest juke, able to get back in this, but power jam, goodbye.
Looks like reinforcements are arriving for DLF. Socrates is trying to race it, but Anarchist around the outside. She's cleared her minors. Her initial pass. Both jammers on the scoring pass.
Racing Anarchist almost pretty much can't be done because she is so fast. But I tell you what, that is amazing play, excellent jamming by X-Con, and I believe it may have changed the game.
No, it's a 5-point bout right now. 5-point bout. That is as little as 1 scoring pass. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry we're bringing you such boring roller derby. I mean, you wanted a close bout, and, you know, we're just not giving it to you. Apologize.
Woo! And this is a grudge match in every sense of the word. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy, Pam, Penny Racer on the line. What's going on?
Well, we have a penalty reversal now. Now it's a 4-on-2 pack advantage in favor of DLF. And this is right on time for them, but of course, Juliet Bravo with some powerful defense up there.
Yeah, Juliet Bravo putting a stop to Amy Hayter along with some help from Teeny Mussolini, but Amy Hayter's got an opportunity there, and she takes it. Amy Hayter becomes her lead jammer, and things swing back, advantage DLF.
Got one more in the pack, and then one more gone for Sakawenchich, so it's still a 4-on-2 pack advantage for DLF.
Chubby Chase and Teeny Mussolini, the only defenders out there trying to lend a hip to the cause of the wenches.
Huge hit from Chubby Chase, but she goes down herself in the second quarter. And
great awareness by Teeny Mussolini there, but seriously, not enough. And DLF is back in this, adding to their lead.
It's back to a 10-point bout there. Amazing defense being executed right now by DLF.
Lucinda Pack, shoulder after shoulder. Penny Racer finally breaks through. I believe that's now she can score.
So Sakawenchich just put all their effort in defense right now to stop the bleeding. DLF are trying to do it, but I don't think there's a score on that. Nope, 0-0 on that last pass there.
They saw Penny Racer getting close to the pack and called off the jam. Queen Mom!
Hi there!
Hi.
This is a real nail biter, guys. I want to wish Edith and Zoe a happy birthday. They're 11. They're 11. And I also want to wish
Happy birthday,
a very
guys.
happy birthday to Vanessa. She's 12. And there she is over there. And they're all gonna get Manic Panic Makeover certificates.
All right, back to the action. Thank you, Queenie. Both the jammers coming off the line. Wow. Rebel Bell, she hasn't jammed too much tonight. Already your lead jammer. And speaking of brand new, unexpected jammers, Ivana Klauber, who has been a mainstay, a pillar of defense for DLF, now wearing the star of the jammer. And this is what happens when the penalties pile up. You're forced to do this. I'm not saying Ivana Klauber's not an amazing skater.
Well, she made a wide open hole there all by herself. She made to get through to prevent the bleeding so she can hold the score. Great defensive blocking from Foxy Throwdown there, holding the line. In the meantime, Ivana Klauber
goody
back in the
two-skates
action.
takes out Caddy Smack, and a prime opportunity for Ivana Klauber there.
Well played by her. She got escorted out by Juliet Bravo.
Rebel Bell calls off the jam after that big hip check, sends her out on the far corner.
So she gave up 4-2, only 2-point advantage for the Sakawenchich there. We like to thank sports psychology consultants because, my goodness, we need them. Sports psychology consultants help you in the mental game for the athlete within you. Imagine this without sports psychologist consultants is all I'm saying.
All right, that is the last ad for us to read for this intense conflict. That means we are giving our full concentration to telling you about this final 4 minutes of this conflict. Ex-Con 18 in Life versus Corey Caminos. We've seen this matchup again and again coming off that line, and it's come out different every time.
Well, this is all about lead jammer right now, Professor. With a score this tight, your two advantages are keeping your skaters on attack and lead jammer.
And hiding behind Chubby Chase, Ex-Con stays inside the lines, gets through the pack, but she is not your lead jammer. One slight wheel outside.
Yeah, she passed a player who is out of play. We got a no-pack situation. A hit on the jammer.
Oh. Oh, there's some confusion on that last play, Randy Pan. I'm not sure if that was... Obviously, the ref's talking about this.
So there's a deliberation now. Official review.
Ooh.
All right, so there's going to be official review. My guess, Professor,
Yes, Randy.
is that there was deliberation because XCOM was not lead jammer, yet she called off the jam. Now, according to the rule set, that would result in a major legal procedure, but I want to get the word on that.
Further argument, and we're looking at 2 wench defenders as of this reading, I should say. 2 wench defenders, Chevy Chase and Mow You Down in the penalty box, and full force of DLF defenders out there in the front. All of them, including Goody Two Skates, working hard to stop Rebel Bell. Meanwhile, Teeny Mussolini and Juliet Bravo have got to stop Goody Two Skates, and Goody sends the inside.
She is the lead jammer. She got out 23%. The lead jammer. Huge opportunity, but we have time for at least 2 more jams, Professor, and with a score this tight, it can come down to anything.
All right, Goody's got to get past Bravo, got to get past Teeny Mussolini, and she does it again, and that's a grand slam for DLF. Rebel Bell looking at a whole lot of olive drab at the back of that pack.
Huge jam for the DLF here.
Goody Two gets sent deep into the inside by Teeny Mussolini, but not before she scored. Who's getting sent out there?
It was Ivana Clover. She was blocking Rebel Bell out of play. And Rebel Bell going for some defensive jamming there.
Oh, Rebel Bell with the opportunity. Gets clipped to the ankles and sent down.
You look at Goody Two Skates being very careful there. Looking for opening. Takes another 5-point scoring pass. Meantime, Rebel Bell does make her initial pass. On the other hand, Professor, we have 4 socket winch blockers on the track and only 2 DLF. Well, again, with another time for another jam, this is still anybody's bout.
Absolutely, and that amount of lead can be erased in just a second. And now Goody Two Skates has a serious problem placed in front of her. A racing pack of wenches, each one of them a tough defender in their own right, speeding things up, neutralizing her attempts to pour on speed herself.
Well, time is on DLF's side, though, so they're racing to protect those points. But we're coming down to probably only 1 more jam. 0 on that pass, 118, 105. Oh, yes, Professor! We got a bout!
We have a big bout. We have if we can get a timeout called by the socket wenches, and very well played there. Good thing they held on to those timeouts because they need it in this last seconds. 34 seconds on the clock. If we can get another 33, we get another jam started, it can potentially go the whole 2 minutes. It's definitely going to fall down to lead jammer here. 42, I'm sorry, the clock has been adjusted to 42.
Well, it's a good timeout by the socket winches. Gets much time on there for insurance. For instance, if DLF gets out first on this next jam but doesn't get lead jammer, socket winches have enough time to call off the jam. They have another timeout. They can get another shot. So it's a really good call on their part. Now, 13 points. It's tough in one jam, but it's easily doable. The key right now is lead jammer for both teams. Whoever gets lead jam is going to dominate this bout, really.
Absolutely. I mean, there needs a good lead jammer will control this and capture the championship. I'm sorry, the grudge match title against their opponent here tonight. No Mercy and Ivana Klobber waiting for their chance to rejoin their DLF defenders. Meanwhile, 1, 2, 3, 4 socket wench defenders falling back there, slowing things down. Instant jam.
Now I know we're loving this bout. Are you loving this bout, everybody? Great defensive playing from Anarchist.
Lead jammer goes to the socket wenches. The socket wenches have a chance.
All right, now.
Keep this noise coming, folks. Do not stop the noise.
Great opportunity for the socket wenches. Julia Bravo doing an incredible job blocking Corey Caminos. Corey being very careful not to pick up a penalty right now. It's very important for her.
One shoulder after another keeps Corey Caminos on the outside. Julia Bravo playing it right, falling back to allow her girl to get on through. 4 points scored by the Wenches. Wenches back in this.
So we got a 9-point lead by DLF. Corey Caminos made her initial pass. She's en route for a scoring pass. Ex-Con can't call it off. She needs the points, so she needs to rely on the Soccer Wenches defense. But DLF are just going to race away because time is on their side. This is an exciting bout, Professor.
It is an excellent example of both physical prowess and the usage of strategy and the rules to your advantage. And it shows the veteran ability of both these teams and especially their coaching staffs. And both these teams have nothing to be ashamed of.
If DLF win this is going to be their first win in 2 seasons, Professor.
Like I said before, rebuilding process is over. DLF is ready for 2012 and ready to be champions again.
Engaging the pack right now. It's all about keeping it clean and careful. And that is time. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 2 seasons, the Derby Liberation Front have won a bout.
Wow. Of course, you know, nothing is legal until the head ref makes the call, but this is an upset, folks. This is a big change, and this could be the return of the Derby Liberation Front in 2012.
Waiting for the official word, but DLF are going ahead and taking their victory lap now.
Hold fast, hold fast.
Okay, let's get some MVPs going on from Deep Roots Tattoo. Congratulations, DLF. Hi, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling right about now?
I feel a great sense of relief. It's good to see this team play to their potential, and I knew these girls had it in them all year long. We had some rough breaks, and they really brought their game tonight. I'm proud of them.
Other than that, how do you feel?
I get a break now. The season's over.
Congratulations, a lot of hard work and a great skate. And we're going to do MVPs. So, MVP to Socket Wenches.
I want to give this MVP to somebody that I've had the pleasure of working with and against for many years in this league. And it's her last game tonight as a coach. So let's give it up for Drew Blood.
Ouch! An emotional night for everybody. And congratulations to a great season. And let's give our MVPs to DLF.
We want to give it to somebody who couldn't make it tonight. We want to give it to Libby Rader, who has done a lot for this league, and we love her.
Congratulations, Libby Rader. You get Deep Roots Tattoo. Thank you very much. Congratulations, both teams. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the score is official. DLF 121, Socket Wenches 111. Let's hear it one more time for the Derby Liberation Front. I don't want you folks going anywhere because in just a few moments, we are going to have our halftime act. And ladies and gentlemen, they are returning one of our favorite all-time halftime acts.
Aerialistas!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please cast your eyes skyward and put your hands together for the Aerialistas!
Y'all being way too quiet out there. Make some noise!